Hello, my name is Colin Parry, and I'm a graduate student at Grand Canyon University. The primary program that I am enrolled in is a Master of the Arts in Autism Spectrum Disorders. I am creating this video for my UNV 501 Intro to Graduate Studies course. The purpose of this activity was to teach us about the dispositions that teachers need to have in order to be effective educators. Also, another goal of this activity was to help us become more self-aware of these dispositions that we may already have, and also ones that we might be able to improve on. For this activity, we were asked to answer 3 prompts. The first prompt was, what dispositions do you possess that make you a successful teacher? I would like to think that in some capacity, I do my best to show all of these dispositions. That's not to say that I am perfect at them or that I'm 100% at them. However, I am aware of most of them or all of them, and I try my best to always have these dispositions in mind when I'm teaching my students. If I had to pick 2 that I feel I am strong at or the strongest at, I would say honesty and fairness. One of my favorite lines to my students, and they sometimes get frustrated with me with it, is that I'm always honest. I always tell them the truth. I do not keep anything from them. I personally feel like that's the best way to work in any relationship, is to always be honest and upfront about any situation. The second one that I mentioned was fairness. I'd like to believe that I'm fair with each and every one of my students. One of my favorite lines that I use with my students, with colleagues, is that fair isn't always equal. While we treat all students equally, it's not fair to certain students to be getting the same as other students. So I try to always keep in the back of my mind what fair is and what equal is, and to really do my best and do everything that I can for each one of my students. The second prompt that we were asked to answer was, what dispositions do you need to work on to grow as an educator? So as I said for prompt 1, I do believe that I am aware of all of these dispositions. I would like to think that I show all of them, but I'm not that naive. I know that I sometimes will forget things. Sometimes teachers just have a bad day. That's the way the profession works. I did pick 2 that I would like to improve myself on. The first one was dedication. The one area where I felt I could improve the most on was my professional development. My district does offer many options for professional development. However, if I'm being honest, I have not taken most of these opportunities, whether it be coaching sports or whether it not wanting to be away from my class. There's many different reasons, but I have not signed up for as many professional developments as I possibly could. In the future, I would definitely like to. I know that it's going to help me as an educator. Also, my state does require professional development hours. So that's sort of a 2 birds with 1 stone. Definitely an area that I can improve on. Another area that I felt that I can improve on is reflection. I'd like to think that I collaborate a lot with my teammates. Being a fairly new teacher, I'm always bouncing ideas off of them, asking them questions, and really trying to become the best teacher I can. However, one part where I don't feel I'm as great at is getting reflection back from educators. I would love more opportunities where I could have teachers or colleagues maybe come see some instruction, maybe administrators come see some of my lessons, see how things are working in my classroom, and using that feedback in order to improve my instruction. Obviously, observations done by the administration do happen in my school, but those are few and far between. I believe more opportunities for that might make me an even better educator. The third prompt that we were asked to answer was, what does a professional educator look like and how do they behave? What standards guide their thinking and actions? So first and foremost, I believe it's always important for a teacher to dress professionally and have their appearance look professional. I don't believe teachers should show up with sweatpants, gym shorts, and t-shirts. Each and every school in different areas have what their expectations are for their appearance and for their dress. Most importantly is to just look professional. For me personally, I also say you should always be dressed with a smile. The most important part of our job as teachers is compassion. Depending on which type of school you're coming from, students are always looking to teachers. They might be the first face they see in the morning, can find a way to brighten their day. So I always say the most important part of your wardrobe is a smile. Secondly, teachers should always act professionally with attitude, communication, and respect. This includes with students, with parents, with colleagues, and with anybody that you might encounter through the day. Acting professionally can mean a lot of different things. That can mean being on time. That can mean communicating with parents. In any aspect, always try to maintain your professionalism and do everything that you can to be a professional educator. All of these dispositions that we have learned and discussed should help to guide teachers with their thinking and actions. So really, to wrap it up, I wanted to leave you with this thought. A teacher shows these dispositions regularly. A good teacher shows them often, but a great teacher will show them always. Thanks.